I'm sitting here and I'm processing the message that I keep on hearing in my head. In the place that you left me, expecting me to self destruct, I decided to heal. I conquered and I succeeded, and I'm still moving forward. Yet you're in the same position or worse off, wanting to, expecting to be at this rate. I heard like all of this stuff going back and forth, and I said, enough. A lot of times, y'all, we feed into negative, um, I don't want to call it self talk, but it be a self talk because even if it's a channel, if it's not something that's positive, that's helping you call in what it is that you're desiring, when you're manifesting something, when you're working towards something, we're in this process of receiving something, aligning to something, atoning for something. It's all hands on deck, all heads on deck, all thought processes on deck. And a lot of times, the low of something, it gives you that trigger that sometimes is necessary that you need if you're still in a rate of either projecting or if you're still in a rate of not being able to face the version of yourself. But then it also gives you the positioning that's required that allows you to know, okay, this is what the energy would like me to perceive, but this is where I'm going to go. That, but this is where I'm going to go part, that, but this is where I'm going to be phase. It has to be louder than the distraction right now. It has to be. And the only reason is because enough is enough, y'all. It's like we can get so caught up in being catty. We've proven it. Literally, I was sitting and talking to my spirit team because I was so angry the other day. Being fully transparent, I was so angry the other day. I'm like, aren't people tired of being lame to the point to where they have to attack people? Aren't we as a community, whether it be spiritual, religious, cultural, whatever, aren't we tired as groups of people combating and fighting, betraying, stealing, robbing, deceiving, not having integrity? We've mastered this part of it. It's like, when are we going to actually be in groups of people who actually work towards a common goal, achieve it, and actually show what it looks like to be prosperous in a community, in an environment, in a space, in a relationship? When are we going to get excited about actually coming together and making things work and being integral and actually having loyalty, standing up for something greater than what it is that we've been in the pursuit of previously, dreaming big dreams and making dreams even larger than what we could perceive based off of the reality that when there's more could be done. In truth, a lot of realization will occur just being in a space where you're open to still get the things that may seem a little far fetched based off of the reality that you've awakened to. And a lot of us have to awaken because, like I said earlier, there is a shedding. And what happens is we have so many layers upon so many layers upon so many layers. Today is a 999 day, y'all. Spirit is about to be talking aloud today, okay? But when you have so many layers upon layers, the shedding, the sharpening, the shifting, the shaking, all right, the flipping upside down, the pivotal moments that change, the towers that come, the deaths that occur, the transitions that are put into transactions, the exchanges that happen, they are infinite. They continue to happen. Sometimes on a micro, sometimes on a macro. And when we be in this space where we recognize how many things we are in the account of, and then we allow ourselves to be sensitive enough to the rates of spirit and how spirit is showing up for us, y'all. We are so lucky and fortunate to just continue to be at a rate to where we are able to perceive. I was here today, but today is different. I was here a moment ago and something just occurred because this is what's been happening. I know I'm not the only one. You've been shifting timelines, you've been closing out cycles, you've been solving mazes, creating answers to puzzles. You figured out the antidote and you've received and retrieved the medicine that you were in need of. You've been speaking to your heart at a different rate, and your heart speaks back at this point. And you're in this rate 512. You're in this rate where you are in recognition of the very thing that you've been called in, but not just in a space where it's like this gentle glance. You are seeing and perceiving it. You're having the visions. You're able to actually capture how these things taste. You have the sensuality set up in it. You are activating your senses in what it is that you're desiring to experience. Being at this new rate with yourself, distractions they cause so much. That's why I was talking about peace, being a partner in a partnership. It is a treaty. It's an agreement. I wave my white flags. Yes, I'm a warrior spirit, but at this point, spirit has made me completely aware of how much more mentally affected I've been, how much energetically affected I've been. And because I've ascertained this knowledge and awareness within myself, I'm able to get to a rate to where I'm actually capable of actually seeing the things that are affecting me in a silent manner if I am not loud enough to acknowledge and speak and bring light to them and be in the light of my existence and my experience. Sometimes healing, y'all, it seems so, I don't know why I felt like demonic. A lot of people painted me wanting to heal, me not desiring to be religious as something that was dark. People wanted me to be part of the dark arts and stuff like that. And I really don't know a whole lot of stuff when it comes to a whole lot of things. I've really just been focusing on my path. I've had to experience and encounter a lot of stuff, and I've awakened to a lot of information based off of the attacks that have been placed on me. A lot of the times, y'all, people don't recognize, and covens, y'all, are groups of people who have a common goal and interest. This could be your family. This could be an actual coven, like an actual, you know, dark arts group of people. It could be, it could be so many different things, right? People have a perception of you, and it isn't until they come up against you that they actually gain awareness fully based off of their interaction with you. Because a lot of times people don't have the spiritual clearancy to be able to access and retrieve other people's information, i.e., like Akashic records, i.e., people's fate and destiny, where they're meant to be, why they're meant to be, why they can't be touched. And a lot of y'all have even been in a position to where you've awakened other people's awareness of who it is that you are on a higher level, and you've gained a higher scale in the event of actually having to deal with and go through warfare. A lot of stuff isn't what we believe it to be based off of our desire and not desiring to have to deal with stuff. Saying all that to say, a lot of the times, y'all, be grateful because even the people who feel like they're coming against you are working for you on your behalf. They're used. People feel like that they're doing something to hinder you in any rate. You may feel like you fail. You may feel like you've fallen. A lot of the times, it's easy for a lot of us to take the L in a circumstance because we recognize that there's ebbs and flows. But in truth, even when you seem to be in a position of failure, you're only in a position to actually set yourself up to gain an even better perspective, to grasp an even higher shift. If you allow it and you make what is enough be enough, know that you're enough. Know that you don't have to continue to have these depleting, self deprecating like conversations inside your head. Know that you don't have to be attacked or tormented in your thoughts. Know that you don't have to focus so much on the spiritual side of it that you aren't able to, like I said, be in your body to actually hone in and make these things come into be that you're desiring and wanting to experience. Release the things that are no longer concerning you. Do not allow people to convince you of what it is that you need to be doing, and so compassionately like convinced of what it is that you're working towards, and do not lose sight of that. Even if you pause, pick it back up. Today's a good day to start. Today's a good day to take 936. Today's a good day to take inventory. Look over your circumstances, supreme gratitude and gratefulness, and actually make a plan to move forward and go ahead. Peace.